Hello there, so this one is called Blood Sacrifice. Some days ago I was pretty pissed off about something. Now when English people say pissed off, that's their way of saying angry. Don't tend to say angry that much. Pissed off is what we usually say. And I know the Americans say pissed, means the same thing. So yeah, I was pissed off the other day about something or other. And the really funny thing is I tuned in now and it's like, okay, so what were you so pissed off about? Can't remember. I think that's very amusing. I think a lot of things that people can get very angry about, with time that can change perspective. So I was chopping wood with my axe outside. And yes, I managed to slice the skin along about 2 centimeters along the edge of the finger there. And it was like, whoa, okay, so that was certainly an irritating moment as well. And what I realised later is that obviously it bled, so I sliced the skin off the edge of my finger, but there was one little bit that was attached, so I went to the minor injuries unit, and they didn't think the skin would survive, but they bandaged it up very nicely. And when they checked it yesterday, they discovered that, lo and behold, the skin actually has reattached itself all the way around where it had been cut. That's as well impressive. So, yeah, blood sacrifice. So, there's a particular Toltec shamanic practice, which is for men, and fairly obvious why, because men don't bleed unless they do something deliberately to cause that to happen. So at the end of 21 days of all this practice, you then cut your finger with a small sharp implement and you let it bleed into the earth. So anyway, life caused me to have this experience. There we are. Pomegranate heart medicine, going to go in my breakfast. So what I realised is that when women go into their menstrual cycle and they stay in that for so many decades, every 28 days or thereabouts they bleed, they have a bloodletting, blood is released. And there's something about blood sacrifice when you release blood that is very cathartic, and it causes a change in the state of consciousness, and it can feel like a relief. So it was a very peculiar thing that doing this. And I realised what I was doing, I was actually releasing that pent-up anger that was inside myself, that I was consciously aware of, that caused me to go outside because I really wanted to get very physical. And I was just chopping my wood, and then a moment of mindlessness, that's the opposite of mindfulness, and that's what happened to me. So this is a great lesson in mindfulness, and it means I have to be incredibly mindful all the time that I cook now, whatever I'm doing. It's a really important thing to do. But the really great news is that when I went to the minor injuries unit to have it checked out again, yeah, we're very lucky we have such things in this country, they discovered the skin is reattached all the way around where it had been cut. That's amazing. So it is doing really well, and one of the reasons why that happened is because last weekend I went on a weekend which was very profoundly transformative. I'm going to speak more about it in another film, maybe even more than one actually, because it's had such a good impact on me. So what I realised is that the weekend was devoted to breath work, and because we were doing some very, very powerful and transformative breathwork practices, the skin that they had predicted, the nurses in the MIU, they predicted it would simply fall off and die away. Didn't do anything of the kind, because my entire body was supercharged with very, very powerful chi, ki, prana, life force, energy, whatever you want to call it, from all that amazing breath work. So I just really want to share that with you. So yeah, sometimes that's what spilling blood is about. It's about releasing something that we haven't managed to find another way to release it with. And there is something for me deeply satisfying about cutting pomegranates up for my breakfast. That just feels such a wonderful thing to do. And yeah, I'm headed for like total recovery, and I'm having a constant ongoing moment by moment mindfulness every day, because what am I aware of? I'm aware of this. And then the other thing is, this dressing you've put on now is much firmer and larger than the first one. So I have to be even more mindful, because I need to keep moving the finger within the dressing, keep exercising it, because there's one thing we want to do, if at all possible, if something's been injured and it's reached a point it's okay to do so, we want to keep it moving. That's really helpful. And I also had a particularly amazing massage from Waxar yesterday, which I will be sharing about in the near future. And I could actually feel, as I could also on the breathwork weekend, I could feel the energy, I could feel the life force and the vitality coursing through my finger. Now, just because I'm talking about it and giving it my awareness and my attention right now, that's what's going on. It's tingling, it's full of life and vitality, and is healing beautifully. So power of the mind, blood sacrifice, breath work, massage, activation, vitality, it's all good, all the love. And please like, comment, subscribe, but you know all that, that's why I don't bother to mention it normally, but I thought I'd do this time. Okay, all the love to you.